Hello everyone, I'm SlashBite coming to you undead from Transylvania, and here we are again with Vampyr. And today we are going to get to know all the patients and all the people running around in Pembroke Hospital. Starting with these two fine folks. Let's see what they're on about.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
I don't know, I haven't actually checked him out yet. Tell me about yourself.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses.
So she's rich.
That matters.
Are you that rich?
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes. Thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
I hope you're not one of those people that, you know, kill their husbands for the money. Because if you are, you know, I'm just gonna end up killing you anyway. But if you're not, don't worry.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Ah. Okay.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived.
Lovely.
But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's
Yeah.
bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Oh, pish posh. Tell me about your arrival.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Okay. So Pippa might be doing some illegal stuff as well. So is she as corrupt? Or not that Milton is really corrupt. Because he's actually helping us get some stuff, but he's doing some bad things, so apparently she might be. Let's see. She charged you?
Charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
And it shan't be tolerated in mine, madam. Alright. Can't ask any personal questions. Well, goodbye, madam. Let's take a look at your boy here.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really?
What the heck do you have on your neck?
Okay, then.
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
What the heck happened? Press RB to check the medical status of the citizen. Healing a citizen will increase his blood quality and will reward you with XP. Okay. Well, Oh, okay, he's fatigued?
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Oh, don't bother. I can give you medicine, because you probably deserve it more than Mr. Claycox.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
No, your sickness is being tired? I don't get that. Well, you seem to be okay, recovering.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
We must communicate.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
About your hospitalization?
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants she won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Okay. That's a good mom. So, apparently I gotta ask if your mother is bothering you.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Well, you're in good
The
hands.
hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not
I like
me
how
who
his
has to
hands
give
go.
orders, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Okay. Didn't I ask you how painful your throat is and you said too painful to talk? Okay. Tell me about
Tell me
yourself.
about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Fair enough. I'll check upon you later.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Well, now we don't have a cure for the other guy. Let's see who this guy is.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick.
Fiddick.
All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed.
Fiddick and
properly.
Cox. Okay. Tell me about yourself.
Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Why are the doctors arguing about
Tell
your
me
case?
about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of
Aykroyd.
pride there.
Hemorrhoid.
Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Okay.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't
Yeah, a little
lie
bit.
to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't
You
want
know, the
to worry
flu,
yourself?
vampires, skulls,
Very capable.
and who knows
And
what
your
else.
colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
Ah. Yep, I don't know anything
Goodbye
else
for now,
about
Mr.
you to
Fiddick.
ask.
I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay. Who else is here? Let's see. Dorothy Crane. Anything else you can tell me?
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
What can you tell me about our patients here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of folk.
Okay.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
I gotta give it to Johnny here. I mean, she's covered in blood and he's like so calm and composed.
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane? I've been out of touch since I've come back to England.
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers certainly won't tell them. Not as long as the war is raging on, anyway.
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
Somehow I suspect it's connected to our own story.
For how long have you been working here, Nurse Crane?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911, a few months after Dr. Swansea was appointed.
And before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first job.
Oh, really? Okay. And you're in charge?
Dr. Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity. But the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
Okay. And how is the
How
work
is the duty
organized?
roster organized?
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
Ouch.
What about medical protocols?
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke like they do in the West End. We do what we can.
Sounds a little bit
I'll see you later, Nurse Gray.
unsanitary. Okay. Who else haven't we met here? Remember, Citizen's Blood will provide you a massive XP boost. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level or below and choose wisely. Yeah, but I actually want to find someone who actually deserves it, you know? Stuck to this good doctor. Come here, you. Hey, stand still.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Yet another fanboy. I appreciate it.
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a
They sure
good
know how to make a guy feel welcome. Alrighty then. Okay, we're gonna question you a bit later,
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
since
And in the circumstances,
you are not a patient. And you,
Good evening,
my good
sir.
man?
I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival.
Oh,
I'm Waverly
okay.
Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
So the other one's the fanboy and this
In
one's...
some way, Dr. Ackroyd.
Let us just say that I don't particularly
naysayer.
share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
He called me a what? A dabbler? You, sir, I don't like. And I think I know how to take care of that. You I'm gonna grill a little.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice.
Yeah, but if I kill him...
His position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get.
Exactly, even this little
I'm sure.
Oh,
infuriating
but I've
man.
heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Oh, I could be so mean with him. No need for such animosity.
There's no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on.
Good.
And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Tempt me.
Your tenure
Just
at the
tempt
hospital
me.
is longer than mine. Perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
Experiments?
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ease.
Audacity.
But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Well, I guess underneath it all, you care about your patients, so I guess even though you don't like me, you're okay. Fine.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay, anybody else? Sean Hampton.
There again.
Thomas Elwood. Thelma Hawcroft. Who are you again? Oh, you're the guy with... Okay.
Mr. Hampton, How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sorry, I must apologize.
He's the guy who
I was not myself in the factory.
was being eaten by William.
Exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you,
Exactly.
Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
So you're a priest then?
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received
Good
alarming
question.
news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You sound a little bit Irish. So who abducted you? Why did he abduct
William
you?
was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Yeah, not the same thing. So tempted to call him out. I'm gonna call him out on it.
Dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton.
Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Oh, that's nice. What about Tom Watts?
Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle. I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
So he's good?
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare.
Yeah, I thought it has.
No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Well, I'm here now, so...
Should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil...
Oh yeah, give me their names.
really.
They're oh, come
Most men and
on.
women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Fine.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Wait. What, gang?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
So they're criminals! Well then, Mr. Cox, I'm going to heal you, and then I'm going to kill you. Even though it's kind of obvious, what do you do for a
What
living?
do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night
And
asylum
somehow,
for the poor and homeless of the docks.
Doesn't affect you.
And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
So you're a priest.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Good question. Why didn't he use the cross against
Why
William?
didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
That explains why it doesn't affect me. How ya feeling,
How
bud?
do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion.
And so am I.
I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest,
Wink, wink.
and then I can go back to the people who need me.
Made friends.
Since you arrived.
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Alright, that's enough out of you.
We'll talk again later.
But you did tell me that Mr. Clay Cox is a criminal. And now I just want to find him, cure him, and then eat him alive. Who are you and how do I get to you? I don't think I can just yet. Yeah. Okay, but wait, where's the...
Ghost on every street corner.
Where's the dude? Where's Claycox? No, no. Those are the Goswicks. Wait, what's going on and why is this door locked?
It's locked, all right.
No, it's not. Okay, that was fun. What was that pool of blood? What happened here? That was so weird. Still. Where's the dude we rescued? I want to speak to him. Just a little. This is the street, okay. Alrighty then. I assume this is in the streets as well.
Croft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding?
Good question.
I should investigate. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague?
I was.
Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm asking. Why are you no longer a real doctor? Let's see what you sell.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Don't think I need anything right now. Still, where's Cox? Mr. Clay Cox. He was here at one point, I know for a fact. Oh. Nurse, a word if I may.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
I have a question for you, which apparently I can't ask. Great.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Why in the world can't I? Well, yeah, but where are you is my question. Well, we still have yet to meet 4 people. But where's this dude? Seriously. The harder they fall. Well, instead of chasing that, let's chase this one. It might be closer to what we need. Wasn't the gangster dude up here? Oh, come on, I know I saw him somewhere. But where? I just can't remember.
It's locked.
Well, anyway, let's go talk to Swansea. See what he wants.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Oh, you don't look creepy at all.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes.
That skull is bigger than your head.
Body. Biology's penultimate frontier.
Creepy, dude. Creepy.
The more we explore
And I'm a vampire.
boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
A little bit,
I
yeah.
could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
Undead from London.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire.
Yep.
One might
The
say
irony is
gift
not
from
lost in
heaven.
here. Your words bring comfort. This is no gift. I'm a living paradox. Oh, you know. Kind of is a gift. Probably would have been better if his sister hadn't died to get it, but
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm gonna call you Specs. Well, there's no need to apologize. This is amusing. More like we kinda need each other.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well.
Indeed.
I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Okay.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors.
Alright.
Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received
Ashbury.
rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like
Okay.
me to eradicate this threat?
And get a nice meal out of it. Why
Of
not?
course I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't
Okay.
miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Oh, do we have a thing here for
I'll see what kind of
the
trouble
young lady?
Ashbury is in.
Or the lady, we don't know if she's young. Alright. Well, I'm gonna leave this episode here, and when we return I guess we'll go see the nice lady. But until then, I'm SlashBite, coming to you undead from Transylvania. And if you liked this episode, please feel free to give it a like. If you disliked it, you got a button for that. And if you want to see more, as you know, I will be eternally grateful if you could maybe subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Till next time, I'm SlashBite. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, I'm SlashBite, coming to you undead from Transylvania, and here we are again.
To be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
And discern who and why can we... no, never mind.